Hello, World War II history buffs! In this video, we will show you new amazing finds and tell you the stories of their discovery. Let's get right to the chase! Yak-1 and MiG-3. Participants of the International Military Historical Search Expedition Kalinin Front, working near Rjev, have recovered fragments of two Soviet frontline aircraft, Yak-1 and MiG-3, from the marsh. Both planes with the remains of their pilots were dug up at the very end of the expedition. The searchers were approached by local residents who showed the places where the Soviet fighters of the World War II had crashed. As it is known from the medallion found in the swamp, the Yak-1 plane was flown by First Lieutenant Alexander Bolshakov. He didn't return from a combat mission on August 23, 1942. His plane covered Il-2 planes to the Rjev area. It is known that the pilot was born in 1918, was a holder of the Order of the Red Banner, and for his heroism destroying 7 enemy planes was awarded the Order of Lenin. The second plane found was flown by First Lieutenant Ivan Lukin, who didn't return from a combat mission on October 8, 1941. He was born in 1915 in the Donetsk region. The remains of both pilots will be buried with full honors at the War Memorial in Rjev, or transferred to relatives if they can be found, for burial in the homeland of the heroes. Il-4. Last weekend, the search team of the Bryansk Regional Department, together with a volunteer company, took part in the operation to recover the wreckage of the Soviet Il-4 long-range bomber and the remains of the crew members. The bomber, with the number 10915, flew on the night of June 12, 1943, with 12 planes to destroy the Nazi railway echelons at the Bryansk 2 station. The crew of 4 men didn't return from the combat mission: pilot Metelkin, navigator Pavlov, radio operator Kobzev, gunner Natochev. Their plane was shot down by enemy anti-aircraft artillery. During the working day, the searchers picked up the remains of the crew and fragments of the fighter from the ground. A huge amount of work was carried out to recover the wreckage of the plane and to find the remains of the crew at the site where the crash was discovered. The work was carried out by a large number of search teams, experienced searchers and very young people who have recently joined the search activity worked hand in hand. Thanks to the number on the engine, they were able to identify the names of the crew members of the bomber. A memorial obelisk has been erected at the site where the bomber crashed. The remains of the pilots will be buried with full military honors. PE-2. In the summer of 2020, search parties found the crash site of a Soviet bomber near the city of Vyazma. The PE-2 is a Soviet dive bomber from the World War II, the main frontline bomber of the Red Army, the most mass-produced Soviet bomber. A total of 11,230 units of all modifications were produced. The place where the plane crashed was pointed out to searchers by local residents. After the war, parts of the plane lying on the surface were gathered for their needs, and large and heavy parts of the plane were buried several meters deep in the ground due to the impact. No remains of the crew were found in the wreckage. Probably they were able to leave the bomber by parachute. Several machine guns of 12.7 and 7.62 mm caliber with electric drive installed in the wings were found. From the found parts of the plane, the searchers made a monument to all dead pilots of the Second World War and installed it in the Moscow region. That's all for today, friends. You can support our channel with a sponsorship using the link in the description or with a super thank.